Don't. Just don't learn DevOps computing without knowing this. This is something that nobody will tell you on internet about cloud computing. And if you're planning to start your career in cloud, you need to hear this before wasting a lot of years, like I did. Like all the DevOps videos on YouTube and ChatGPT, they will tell you start with Linux, which is good and correct. But the mistake you do is understanding basic Linux command. You understand basic Linux command and you feel like you don't need to learn it. Overconfidence, happened with me too. If you don't understand Linux, you are already at a very big trouble. Cloud runs on Linux. AWS, Azure, behind the line. It's Linux. You're deploying your apps where? On which machine? It's Linux. And people think cloud is just click here, launch instance, done. Let's say you're starting a freelancing career. You'll not just get work like launch EC2 instances in the beginning. You'll get real problems. And most of those problems are not up to the mark, but this is what you get in the starting, like setting up a cron job, fixing disk space where the server is full. Somehow the application is not running. Or maybe permissions are broken. Yes, this is happening into the cloud industry as well. These are small problems, but they are the real problems. And if you don't understand Linux, you'll just keep Googling and guessing, and it will waste a lot of your time and company's time. You will say you have a bad boss, and your boss will say, I have a bad employee. Jokes apart, most cloud work is not about creating infrastructure in the beginning. You do that later on when you're pro, but it's about managing problems inside it. So if you're starting your cloud or DevOps journey, don't just focus on tool and bunch of how to become DevOps and earn XYZ viral videos. Focus on fundamentals instead. Learn Linux properly. Understand what your system is doing, because that's what separates beginners from the engineers. Another thing, if you're trying to get into cloud without understanding programming, oh God, you're setting up yourself in frustration again. And that's a very big issue in this industry. Let's take a real example. Let's say you're deploying an application on AWS. Everything is working and suddenly it breaks. Logs are showing errors, environment variables are missing. Now what will you do? You'll go to ChatGPT, copy paste and try something. But if you don't understand the basic scripting or the logics, you're just guessing, and guessing in production. It's very, very dangerous. We have seen this in past already. And then there are people who just believe in AI so much that they think everything is easy. That's where AI is literally pushing you in a pothole. You generate commands, you deploy systems, but the moment something breaks, you're stuck because you never understood what was happening. Let me tell you a story. I remember one time a server went down at night. Website stopped working, traffic was coming, everything was breaking, and the issue? You won't believe. It was as simple as disk was full. That's it. Yes, that's it. Nothing more. Now imagine you don't know Linux. You don't know how to check the disk, or it is not getting stuck in your mind. You don't know what is df -h command. You don't know how to clean logs. You don't even know where the files are. What will you do? You will panic. People think cloud jobs are glamorous. Big architecture, big system, which really is. But let me tell you the reality of starting days. Most of your work will look like this. Fix a cron job. Restart any service that is not working anymore. Or maybe check the logs for error. Or maybe you need to fix the permission issues, because that also creates a lot of trouble at a lot of times. These are small tasks, but if you can't solve them, you are not useful at all to anyone out there. With this, let me also tell you about the production reality. In production, nobody cares about your certification. Nobody cares about how many courses you have done. All they care about is one thing that you hear often, that can you fix this problem or not? Yes, that's the main thing that they care about in production. So if you're starting in cloud or DevOps, don't chase tools. This is my personal experience because tools change every year. Today it's Docker, tomorrow it's Kubernetes, day after tomorrow there is something else. Over the years, I have seen CI/CD, third-party tools coming and going, same with monitoring, so knock the doors of your brain. Okay, enough about Linux now. Now let's talk about programming that you should really know. And if you talk about what you should learn, it's basic HTML, CSS, and then you can learn more about React basics like component, props, state. And then after this, you need to know how frontend calls API. And the basic of React will be very helpful here. And then we talk about backend and APIs. You have two solid options here. Option A, that is recommended for beginners. Node.js and Express.js is a very good combination. Let me tell you why. It has the same language as frontend, that is JavaScript, which is why it is easy to learn if you already know JavaScript. It also has a huge adoption. But you can also go for option B, which is very strong, that is Python plus fast API. Because it has a very clean syntax, it is very fast growing, and it is also used in modern backends. Yes, that's true. Along with JavaScript, it is also widely adopted. Apart from this, what you should learn is what is an API, get and post request, JSON responses, basic server commands, for sure. And now let's talk about databases. Best starting choice is PostgreSQL. Let me tell you why. Because it is also used widely into the industry standards, works with almost everything. People say that it is not being used in industry. No, that is not true. It is widely used. And also you should know about MongoDB. The basics of MongoDB is very important. Why you should learn? In MongoDB, at least you should learn about storing data, querying data, connecting backend to the database. This is must required. You should know how everything connects. At least try making a simple flow. Let's say you make a front end in React and then you connect it with the backend and APIs through Node or maybe Python, whatever you like. And then you should also know about database, like let's say PostgreSQL. Try to make these kind of apps, where user can click, request goes to the backend talks to DB, and response come back. This is what runs on cloud. And this is actually what matters to you into the DevOps angle. When you deploy on cloud, let's say it is a React app that is hosted on S3 or CDN, the backend runs on server that is EC2 or container. The database is managed by DB. If you don't understand this flow, cloud becomes very confusing. In fact, you don't need to master complete development, but you must understand what you are deploying, which is why most of the senior developers are switching to DevOps and they are enjoying with pretty high packages, while freshers have to spend some time for big packages, gather the experience, and then it's a satisfactory feel. Like it or not, but that's the reality. That's why in this channel, we are not just going to learn commands, we are going to solve problems. We'll break servers and we'll also fix them. We will also try to understand what is actually happening inside them, which services are running. So if you are serious about becoming a cloud or DevOps engineer, start with the right foundation, because that's what separates people who just follow the tutorials blindly from people who actually build systems. So what are you waiting for? Just subscribe and let's start with Linux from the next video.